I've been investigating online scams for years, and I need to expose something that's happening right now to people just like you. There's an email circulating that looks exactly like it came from Amazon. It confirms a purchase you never made, usually something expensive like a $2,000 laptop or a high-end television. And when you try to cancel that order, you hand scammers everything they need to drain your bank account. But here's what makes this scam so dangerous. It's not targeting tech novices or people who don't know better. It's targeting smart, careful people who think they're doing the right thing by trying to protect their money. And the scammers have designed every single element of this trap to exploit one specific human instinct that we all have. I'm going to show you exactly how this scam operates from the inside, the psychological tricks they use to bypass your common sense, and the 1 5-second check that stops it cold. But first, I need to show you why this particular scam is different from every other phishing email you've been warned about, because understanding how they've evolved their tactics is the only way to protect yourself. Let me break down the anatomy of this fraudulent email, because understanding what you're looking at is your first line of defense. The subject line is designed to create immediate alarm. You'll see something like, your Amazon.com order for iPhone 15 Pro Max has shipped, or order confirmation, 75-inch Sony OLED TV, 1999, or thank you for your purchase of Samsung Galaxy laptop. Notice the pattern? They always include the specific item name and often the price. This isn't random. They want you to see those words before you even open the email. When you open it, the sender appears to say Amazon or Amazon.com. The logo looks perfect. The color scheme matches Amazon's branding exactly. And here's where the psychological manipulation really begins. They include convincing details that make your brain accept this as real. You'll see an order number that follows Amazon's format perfectly, something like 113-2847593-7654-321. You'll see a delivery address, which is often either your actual address or one in a completely different state to add confusion. You'll see the item, the price, and an estimated delivery date that's usually within 2 to 3 days. Everything is formatted to look identical to a legitimate Amazon confirmation email. But the most important element, the call to action. There are buttons embedded in the email: view your order, cancel this purchase, manage my order, or contact customer service. These buttons are perfectly styled, properly colored, and positioned exactly where Amazon would put them. Now, before I show you where these buttons actually lead, I need to explain why even tech-savvy people fall for this. And it has everything to do with how these scammers hijack your decision-making process. Act 2, the panic, the emotional reaction. Here's what the scammers understand that most people don't realize about themselves. When you see an unexpected charge for a significant amount of money, your rational thinking shuts down. This isn't a weakness. This is human biology. Your brain sees that email confirming a $2,000 purchase you didn't make, and it immediately goes into threat response mode. You're not calmly analyzing the email for signs of fraud. You're thinking, is my account compromised? Is someone stealing from me right now? How much have they already taken? I need to stop this immediately. This panic creates what psychologists call tunnel vision. Your entire focus narrows to one goal: cancel that order and protect your money. And conveniently, right there in the email is a button that promises to do exactly that. Your brain isn't asking, is this button safe to click? Your brain is screaming, click it now before more charges go through. The scammers have designed this entire scenario to eliminate your skepticism. They know that if they sent you an email saying your account has been compromised, click here to secure it, you might pause and think twice. But an unexpected purchase, that triggers a different response. You're not being asked to verify your identity. You're being given information about something that supposedly already happened. Your instinct is to react, not to verify. And this is exactly why the next phase of the scam is so effective. Because when you click that button in a state of panic, you're not looking for the warning signs that would normally stop you. When you click any of those buttons in the email, you're taken to a website. But here's the critical detail that most people miss in their panicked state. You are not on Amazon.com. The page that loads is a perfect replica of Amazon's login screen. I mean, flawless. The logo is positioned correctly. The color scheme is exact. The layout matches Amazon's current design. There's the familiar email and password boxes, the sign in button, the need help link at the bottom. If you're on your phone, it even matches Amazon's mobile layout. But there's one detail that reveals the truth, and it's sitting right at the top of your screen, the URL bar. This is where scammers have gotten sophisticated. The web address might be something like amazonsecurityupdate.net or amznloginverify.com or accountamazonconfirm.com. Sometimes they use even more deceptive variations like amazon.com with two N's or amazon.com with an O and M switched. The most advanced versions use what's called a subdomain trick. The URL might read amazon.com.verify account security net. Your eye sees Amazon.com and your brain registers it as safe, but that's not actually the domain you're on. The real domain is verifyaccountssecurity.net, the part after the last dot before the slash. But remember, you're in panic mode. You're not scrutinizing the URL bar. You're focused on those login boxes and you're thinking, I just need to sign in so I can cancel this order. So you type in your Amazon email address and your Amazon password. The moment you hit that sign in button, everything changes. And what happens in the next 60 seconds is what I really need you to understand. The instant you enter your credentials and click sign in, your username and password are transmitted directly to the scammer, not to Amazon, to them. Some of these fake sites will then redirect you to the real Amazon website, so you end up on the legitimate login page and think maybe you just typed your password wrong. Others will show a fake error message like, "We're experiencing technical difficulties. Please try again later." Both tactics serve the same purpose, to make you think nothing suspicious just happened. But in reality, the scammers now have complete access to your Amazon account. And here's what they do with it and why the damage extends far beyond Amazon. First, they immediately log into your real Amazon account using the credentials you just gave them. They head straight to your account settings where your payment information is stored. Every credit card, every debit card, every payment method you have saved, they can now see all of it. Not just the numbers you can see with the last four digits, but in many cases, enough information to use those cards elsewhere. Their next move is usually to purchase digital gift cards. They'll buy Amazon gift cards, Apple Store cards, Google Play cards, or other digital currency that can be instantly sent to an email address and immediately redeemed. These purchases are nearly impossible to trace and can't be returned. They're converting your money into untraceable digital cash, and they're doing it fast, often within minutes of getting your password. Then they lock you out. They change your password. They change the email address associated with your account. They modify your security questions. By the time you realize what's happened, you can't even access your own account to see what they've done. But here's where this gets even more serious. And this is what most people don't realize until it's too late. Scammers don't stop at Amazon. They take the email and password combination you just gave them and they try it on every major website, your bank, your other email accounts, PayPal, social media, other shopping sites. Why? Because they're betting that you reuse passwords. And statistics show that about 65% of people use the same password across multiple sites. If you use that same password for your bank account, they're in. If you used it for your email, they now have access to reset passwords on every other account linked to that email. One compromised password can cascade into total digital identity theft. Within hours, people targeted by this scam have reported unauthorized purchases totaling thousands of dollars. gift cards purchased and redeemed to untraceable accounts, bank accounts drained through linked payment methods, email accounts compromised and used to scam their contacts, social media accounts taken over and locked, other online shopping accounts used for fraudulent purchases. And here's the part that makes me angry every time I investigate one of these cases. All of this was preventable. There's a simple defense against this exact scam, and it works 100% of the time. Let me show you how to protect yourself. I'm going to give you 5 rules that will stop this scam and every variation of it. These aren't complicated. You don't need to be tech savvy. You just need to remember them and actually use them. Rule number 1, never click links in unexpected emails. This is the golden rule. If you get an email about an order you don't remember placing, a security alert you didn't request, or a password reset you didn't initiate, do not click any links or buttons in that email. Not view order, not cancel purchase, not verify account, nothing. I don't care how legitimate it looks. I don't care if it has Amazon's logo and perfect formatting. Clicking links in unsolicited emails is how this scam and hundreds of variations of it succeed. Rule number 2, go directly to the source. If you get a suspicious email claiming to be from Amazon or any company, close that email. Open your web browser. Manually type in Amazon.com. Don't use a bookmark that might be compromised. Type it yourself. Log in using your normal method. Then go to Returns and Orders or Your Orders in the menu. Check your actual order history. If that expensive laptop or television isn't listed there, congratulations. You've just confirmed the email was a scam without falling for it. This 2-minute process stops the scam completely. You've verified whether the order is real without ever interacting with the fraudulent email. Rule number 3, examine the sender's email address. This requires you to actually look at the email address, not just the display name. In most email programs, you can click on or hover over the sender's name to see the actual email address. Real Amazon emails come from addresses ending in argamazon.com. That's it. If you see oramazonsupport.net, aamznsecurity.com, amazon.orders.com, or any variation that isn't exactly oramazon.com, it's fake. The display name can say anything. I could set my display name to amazon.com or Jeff Bezos and send you an email, but I can't fake the actual email domain unless I own that domain. Rule number 4, look for generic greetings. Legitimate Amazon emails almost always address you by name. Hello, John, or Hi, Sarah. If an email says, Dear customer, Dear Amazon user, or Hello, valued member, that's a red flag. Now, this alone isn't proof of a scam. Some legitimate automated emails use generic greetings, but combined with other warning signs, it's another piece of evidence. Rule number 5, check the URL before entering any information. If you ever find yourself on a page asking you to log in, stop. Look at the URL bar at the top of your browser before you type anything. For Amazon, the URL should be exactly amazon.com or start with amazon.com followed by a /. It should never be amazon.anythingelse.com or anythingamazon.com. If you're unsure, don't risk it. Close that page. Open a new browser window. Type amazon.com manually. Log in there. Here are 3 additional layers of security that make this scam nearly impossible to pull off against you. Use two-factor authentication. Enable this on your Amazon account and every important account you have. Even if scammers get your password, they can't log in without the code sent to your phone. Use unique passwords. I know it's harder to remember multiple passwords, but consider using a password manager. If your Amazon password is unique to Amazon, scammers can't use it to access your bank or email even if they steal it. Set up account alerts. Configure your Amazon account to send you text message or email notifications for every purchase. If someone tries to buy gift cards with your account, you'll know immediately. Let me be clear about what's happening here. This isn't a sophisticated hack. This isn't some elaborate technical exploit. This is pure psychological manipulation. These scammers have studied human behavior and they've designed a trap that exploits our instinct to protect our money. The email creates panic. The panic destroys rational thinking. And in that moment of fear, you do exactly what they want you to do. But now you know how it works. You know what to look for. You know that the next time you see an unexpected Amazon order confirmation, you don't click anything in that email. You go directly to Amazon yourself. You check your real order history. You verify before you react. That's it. That's how you stop this scam. Not by being more tech savvy, not by being smarter, just by pausing for 30 seconds and checking the source directly instead of clicking links in emails. These scammers are counting on you to panic and click. Don't give them what they want. And if you found this information valuable, share it. Send this to someone who needs to hear it. Because right now, someone you know is about to receive one of these emails, and you might be the reason they don't fall for it.